She probably will have enough liquid capital to provide her with the income that she needs, but it's gonna burn quickly. Right?
It's gonna feel bad.
We're gonna get right into it with Alanis from Washington. Didn't we sing like "Isn't It Ironic"?
We were talking about the fact that I was going to go and see Alanis Morissette and Joan Jett, and I will be honest, I did not stay for the Alanis Morissette show. I was there to see Joan. She rocked the house, and then I was tapped out. That was it. I was done, so I went home, got myself a copy of the Joan Jett set list, and I'm set.
Did you get a T-shirt?
I did, yes. But her actual, I made friends, of course, with the production team, and managed to get a copy of the set list. So my little souvenir to go with my T-shirt.
Dates and locations on the back.
Yeah.
Well, very cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was it hot? Was it warm?
It's 108 degrees in Palm Desert. Yes,
Terrible.
It was hot.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but it was 65 degrees in the venue, so pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Was it Palm Desert or Palm Springs?
It was Palm Desert at the Acrashore Arena.
Is that like by the tennis courts and stuff, or they have?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. You're not. I know you follow tennis, so
yeah, no, right.
I used to have a house in Palm Desert.
You did?
Yeah, for like 5 minutes, didn't you?
Yeah, because it's 108 degrees.
Exactly.
Did you ever play golf, Joe?
Oh yeah, almost heat stroke twice, and I was like, we're getting out of here. All right, back to Alanis.
Okay.
We got Joe, Big Al, Andy. Thank you for your entertaining educational podcast. I plan to retire in 10 years. I'm currently 50 years of age and single. I enjoy craft IPA and or margarita on the side, or on our sour side. On the sour side. Likes the margarita on the sour side. I thought she liked an IPA and a margarita on the side.
That would be you, Joe.
That's exactly what I would do. I like a little IPA, a little margarita cutter. And I drive a little Subaru Legacy. Oh, she's from Washington. I knew it. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I live in the Washington state, so no state taxes. Little emoji, thumbs up. Okay, cool. Currently earn about $127,000 per year and spend about $70,000 per year. When I retire at age 60, I expect to have $53,000 per year from a taxable pension. And 5 years later, at age 65, this will increase to about $95,000 when my second pension begins. The pensions do not get a COLA.
Do get COLAs.
My pension. Oh, thank you. My pensions do get a COLA. All right, that's a pretty healthy pension, Alanis. Currently have $230,000 in a pre-tax account that I've decided to no longer contribute to, mostly due to taking action from Spitball's information you have shared on the show about increasing advantages of Roth accounts. Okay. Instead, I've started to contribute to my company's new Roth option that just started being offered this year. I've started contributing $800 a month to that. I also have a Roth IRA with a private firm of $60,000. I'm presently contributing $665 a month and will be maxing out every year for the rest of my working years. Currently, for me, that's $8,000, as you know. I estimate that I have about $460,000 pre-tax, $362,000 in Roth accounts when I retire in 10 years at age 60. So she's doing a little forecasting there, it looks like.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep, got it.
She's got a little brokerage account that's presently $50,000. However, I'm thinking of that as more of a fund for a car in several years or possible other odds and ends I may want or need. I just changed the contribution on that to $50 a month. I estimate needing about $100 a month at age 60 when I retire to cover my medical premium since I don't qualify for Medicare at that time. This leads me to estimate my needed income at retirement of about $130,000 in future dollars, assuming a 3% inflation. During my first 5 years of retirement, that would be reduced around age 65 when I qualify for Medicare and pay off my home. This also happens to be the time that the second part of my pension income will begin. No,
and just to cut in, she said that she's estimating needing about $1,000 a month for medical premiums, not $100.
Ooh, 1,000.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, that probably makes a little bit more sense.
Yep.
This is a marathon of a letter here. So
That's a lot of stuff in there.
Oh, Alanis. I will have my home paid off at age 66. It's about $1,100 per month principal in interest. I'm not really sure when I take Social Security and don't usually factor that into my plan, although I do qualify. And if I remember correctly, the estimates I have gone on the Social Security website indicate about $3,000 a month at 67. I definitely don't count on that much due to the current state of affairs with the system in my youthful age of 50. Very youthful, super young.
Here, here.
It's like the new 20.
New 20, really? Okay. You do look 20, come to think of it.
That's the circles I hang out with.
Joe and I are both 50 now, so yeah.
Yeah. Andy and I go out there like, what are you guys? 25? It's 25 squared.
Exactly.
Maybe double, not squared.
Yeah, thank you. I don't have my HP 12C with me right now. I'm not sure if this is helpful to my Spitball, but the present value of my home right now is $690,000, and I currently owe $170,000. What I'm wondering and hoping you can spitball for me is if you believe that my estimate above makes sense, and if it looks like a solid plan for retirement. Does it appear, based on what we know, that the estimated retirement account savings is going to be enough to bridge the 5-year gap that I'll have between retiring with my partial pension at 60 and 65 with my full pension that kicks in and I qualify for Medicare? Are you seeing any problems with the way I'm thinking about my estimated needs? With what I've shared about my expected income and needs, would you feel comfortable retiring at age 60 if you had the same or similar circumstance? Any tips or suggestions are greatly appreciated. Thank you for your wonderful podcast. Yours truly, Alanis. Well, she's going to have a ton of fixed income, $100,000 a year.
Yeah,
The
right.
highest income need she has is $130,000.
Right.
That's with medical costs and everything else. That's going to come down to probably, I don't know, what is that? The
Well,
fixed income need at 65, I think, is going to cover her living expenses. So
I-
it's the
I-
bridge between 60 and 65.
I agree. Yeah, and so the only the thing I did is, if you're spending 70,000 now, I just took that at 3% over 15 years. I got 110, not 130. Now I know Alanis added Medicare in there, but or health insurance before Medicare, but at age 65 you don't have that. So maybe 110. If you're making 100 and you're spending 110, you got 800,000 in savings. But yeah, the question is, how much of that are you going to use those first 5 years? But I think long term this looks fine. I think that's the key, though, is it probably works. It's pretty close. You may want to work a little bit part time for those 5 years, just emotionally, so you don't see your savings going down too rapidly. But yeah, I think you can probably make this work.
I mean, that is the key to this whole thing, is the emotions again, because what would happen from that 5-year bridge is that she probably will have enough liquid capital to provide her with the income that she needs, but it's going to burn quickly. Right?
It's gonna feel bad.
You're going to see that account just slowly drain away. And over that 5-year period, who knows how much money that you'll have left, depending on how you invested and whatever happens in the market over that period. But then all of a sudden the other pension kicks in. You got expenses that are going to go down. You're going to have Social Security a little bit later. That's also going to kick in. So your fixed income long term from, let's say, age 67 and on is going to be just fine to cover your needs. But you're going to have very little liquid cash left. So that's the key. Do you still want to see a balance of $500,000 or $800,000 or $300,000 sitting in your accounts? Most people feel that safety net comfortable, even though they have enough fixed income given pensions and Social Security. But that's the mind game that she's going to have to play. But the numbers, if you ran a whole, calculus through your financial software, it's going to show she's fine, I'm guessing. But the emotional roller coaster that she's going to feel over that 5-year bridge is going to be pretty tough.
Yeah, and part of this is because you're used to getting a paycheck, right? And so now you're used to, at least you're seeing your savings growing, and then all of a sudden you stop working before all your fixed income kicks in, and now you see your savings declining. It can be tough. So.
Right. Look at how much people freak out when the market goes down 10, 20%, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, you're going to be taking like 20% out per year. 130,000 is a big nut with no fixed income. Or is she going to have that first pension,
She'll-
that partial pension?
Yeah, she'll have the first amount, which is 50 grand.
Okay, so she's going to pull $50,000 a
Yeah,
year.
well,
Right, hold on, 50,000 point. So she's going to need probably $1 million. She's going to have eight. No, you know what? I take that back.
Well, so maybe she's short 80 grand for 5 years. That's 400, right? And she still has 800. Yeah. So I think it works. And plus, I would factor in Social Security, but even without it, I think this is okay.
Yeah, I love the math. I love how you're thinking about it. You're going to have fixed income single. You're going to be in a pretty high tax bracket. I think you'll probably be in the same tax bracket in retirement than you not that you are now. Tax rates are going to go up. So I love the fact that you switched to Roth. I would maybe even consider converting because you're in the 24% tax bracket. You might want to convert even a little bit of this more into Roth because with a $100,000 pension, unless she gets married, right? But as a single taxpayer, she's probably going to be in the 25 or maybe in. So I mean,
Right.
there's a little bit of room there potentially.
Probably so, but even still, 460,000 pre-tax, 360.
Yeah, that's pretty diverse.
That's pretty good already. Yeah.
Cool. Alanis, thank you so much. Congratulations on all your hard work. You've done a great job of accumulating them out in the way you're saving, all at the beautiful young age of 50. Got to take a break. She'll scud your money. You're welcome.